Now we're just in conspiracy world, right? So my conspiracy theory, which I've held since day one, is when you look at the language, it's transatlantic. They know everything about all of this. They understand its place. I think it's in everybody's interest to have an independent financial asset like gold has been. I think it's in everybody's interest. Everybody knows we've pretty much got a broken financial system. Bitcoin plays a very important role within that, and I think it'll play an even more important role. It keeps governments honest, it keeps people honest, it gives people an ability to save money outside of just the interest rates or whatever that the government offer you. It's no riskier or less risky than owning equities. I don't think it's a problem. I think they will regulate our involvement with it, meaning they don't want you to not pay tax. Regardless of what you think you should be doing with tax, you actually live in a country where you democratically vote, and part of that system is a tax-based system. In fact, every society in the history of mankind is a tax-based society. And if you don't pay your taxes, then what they say is you should no longer be a member of society, i.e. you go to jail, because that's the point of organized societies. If you want to not pay taxes, you can move to the Cayman Islands. We do pay tax, we pay import duty, and we pay a bunch of other stuff, but we don't pay income tax. Everyone pays their share to a government, or if not, society doesn't function. So they will make sure that you pay your fair share. If they try and excessively penalize it, 100% capital gains tax on crypto, well, then you'll force it offshore and force it underground, and it'll create more problems. So I think they know it. All the noise I get is they just want to try and regulate it. It fits in with their own system. So they want the on-ramps and off-ramps. The ECB, I can see, are trying to slow adoption by driving this ESG narrative. Bitcoin's expensive. We never look at anything. Nobody goes, oh, Raoul, your microphone, I don't know why you've got that one. I mean, that costs this much in energy, and the energy came from some power plant in northern China. Nobody cares. The whole world is moving to cleaner energy. Bitcoin is one of the things, but the ECB have used it. Why? Because the institutions have a legal mandate for ESG. So it's going to slow them down in adopting it. That's all that's going on, the slowdown, I think. And that's fine. I understand why. Now we're just in conspiracy world, right? So my conspiracy theory, which I've held since day one, is when you look at the language, it's transatlantic. I've always thought that it came out of GCHQ in the UK and the NSA in the US. I've always thought it came out of government. I've had conversations over my years with several members of the state security infrastructure in the United States. They know everything about all of this. They understand its place. They understand that the financial system is also the Achilles heel of the global world. The other risk they understand is China. They don't not understand the risk of China. They understand this stuff, and they have huge teams of people working on outcome analysis. And I've spoken to them at length in the past about, the financial system's problems. And when you've got the smartest cryptographers in the world working for both the UK and the US, then it's not absurd to think a small group gets given an opportunity to say, hey, listen, if you could design a different system, what would it be? Because we are going to migrate across to that system, and it will have worked. So that's my view. Could be 100% wrong. But my view is it was kind of built as a plan B purposely.
Does Bitcoin change, or the world of crypto change at all if we ever find out who it is? And it is, in fact, a government?
No, because they don't control it. The only problem is the outstanding coins, right? But that's just a money supply issue. Somebody could push down the price for a while. Okay, fine. I don't know how much they're worth now, 40 billion. I mean, Christ, it's not that big. You could probably sell that to the government of Singapore investment fund in one transaction. That's not the end of the world. But it would upset people if that were the case. I think people would much prefer the narrative of mysterious person, gifted it to the world, could have been Hal Finney, he's dead now, we'll never know.